Hi children, this is KTK. Welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to practice 10 creative questions on class 6 ratio and proportion. I request you to watch the video fully without skipping it. Just spend 20 minutes to gain problem solving skill on creative problems. If you are new to our channel, kindly do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get immediate notifications whenever I am coming with new videos. We'll start the class now. Question: in the word mathematics, the ratio of number of consonants to the number of vowels. From the word mathematics, we are going to find the ratio between the number of consonants and number of vowels. I hope you know about consonants and vowels. We'll check the options there: 5:6, 6:5, 4:7 and 7:4. Okay, now in the word mathematics, it's very easy to identify the vowels first. Okay, it's easy. So A is a vowel, E, again one more A and I. So how many vowels are there? 4 vowels. So remaining, totally how many letters are there in mathematics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, totally 11. So 4 is vowels, means remaining 7 is consonants. So they are asking the ratio of number of consonants to the number of vowels. So the answer is 7:4. So it's a very easiest question. So remember, if the question they are asking the ratio of number of vowels to consonants, means the answer will be reverse, 4:7. So whatever comes first, consonants 7, vowels 4. So 7:4 only your answer. Okay, we'll move on to second question now. Now question number 2, which of the following pairs of ratio is not equivalent? So they are asking which of the following pair of ratios is not equivalent. So check out the options there. They gave 4 options: 4:12 and 2:6, 6:24 and 10:40 and so on. So they are asking which of the following pairs of ratio is not equivalent. So here we have 2 methods. One is representing these ratios in terms of fraction and then reducing it. For example, if 4:12 is given, I can write this as 4/12. 2:6 I can write it as 2/6. So I am rewriting the ratio in terms of fraction. Now just reduce these fractions. 1 4s are 4, 3 4s are 12. So this is nothing but 1/3. Here also 1 2s are 2, 3 2s are 6. So 1/3. So this is one method of verification. Both the fractions are same. When I am reducing the fractions, both are same. Therefore option A is not going to be your answer. Then option B, 6, 24, 6 and 24. I can cancel this in direct 6 table. So 1 time, 4 time. So this is 1/4 and then 10:40. I can write it as 10/40. Again 0 0 cancel, or you can cancel in 10 table, you will get same 1/4. So option B also, they are equivalent ratios. Therefore option B is also not your answer. Next, 10:33, 18:44. So 10/33, then 18/44. So 10/33, is it possible to cancel? They don't have any common factor. Therefore it's not possible to reduce this 10/33. Here even if you are reducing also, you are not going to get 10/33, because check the numerator, it's not in terms of multiple of 10. Therefore option C is your answer. It is not equivalent ratios. Okay, option D will be equivalent ratios, because when I am cancelling this also, you will get 3/4 is your answer. You can check your answer, you will get 3/4. Here also 3/4. So this is one method of verification, expressing the ratio in terms of fraction, reduce it. If you are getting same answer, means they are equivalent ratios. If they are not equal, means not equivalent ratios. Another method is product of means equal to product of extremes. That is, when you are multiplying these two and these two, your answer will become same. What is 12 2s are? 12 2s are 24. In the same way, 4 6 are also 24. You can check here. 24 into 10 is 240, and then 6 into 40 is also 240. So this is one method of verification. So either you can do by this method or reducing the fraction method. you will get the same answer. You can choose whatever the method is easy to you. You can verify using these two methods. Okay, so second question answer is option C. 10:33 and 18:44 are not equivalent ratios. We'll go to third question now. If 25:35 proportion to 45:x, then the value of x. Your options are given as 63, 72, 54 and none of this. So we know that product of means should be equal to product of extremes. So I can rewrite the given question as 25 into x is equal to, that is 25 into x, product of extremes, is equal to 35 into 45. So this is what the condition, product of means should be equal to product of extremes. From this statement I need to identify the value of x. How we are going to find? So 35:45, no need to multiply, I am going to reduce these terms. So this 25 is in terms of multiplication. When I am shifting this to right side, it will come to divide. Clear? Now you can try to reduce these numbers, try to cancel. All three numbers are multiples of 5. 5 5s are 25 here, 9 5s are 45. Again 5 and 35 you can cancel how many times? 7 times. So denominator no number is remaining, numerator 7 9s are 63. Therefore the value of x is 63. That question answer is 63. We'll go to fourth question now. A bus travels 126 km in 3 hours and a train travels 315 km in 5 hours. The ratio of their speed. Interesting question. They are asking speed. We are comparing two vehicles now. One is bus, another one is train. Okay. How to find speed? We are going to find speed of bus first, because they are asking us to compare both speeds. So speed of bus equal to, what is the formula for speed? Speed is nothing but distance by time, distance traveled by time taken. So 126 divided by 3. So you can cancel the numbers. What you are getting? Cancel these numbers. I hope you are doing along with me. Next, speed of train. Speed of train. So speed of train also same, distance traveled by time taken. So 315 divided by 5. Try to cancel these numbers. When I am cancelling the first fraction, that is bus, how we are getting? How many 3s are 12? 4 3s are 12, 2 3s are 6. So 42 kilometer per hour speed of bus. Then the same way try to cancel. 315 divided by 5 you can cancel in 5 table directly. In 31 how many 5s are there? 6 5s are 30, remaining 1 you can write in the middle. Now this term becomes 15. So how many 5s are 15? 3. So 63 kilometer per hour. So we got both the speeds now. 42 is the speed of bus, 63 is the speed of train. But they are asking the ratio between these two, right? So when you are writing these two speeds in terms of ratio, how you will write? 42:63. But the number is not there in your options. Why? Because these numbers can be reducible. What table? I can cancel these two numbers in 7 table, 42 and 63. By looking wise you can identify both the numbers can be cancelled in 7 table. How many 7s are 42? 6 7s are. How many 7s are 63? 9. Again 6 and 9 also will come in 3 table, right? So 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, hence 2 by 3. Your answer is 2:3. Where is 2:3 in your options? Option D. Therefore the ratio between the speed of bus and train is 2:3. Question number 5. In a quiz program, the ratio of correct answers to incorrect answers is 5:2. If 16 incorrect answers are given, then the number of correct answers given is, your options are 80, 30, 20 and 40. So they gave correct answers to incorrect answers ratio. So the ratio is in terms of correct is to incorrect. Okay, what is the ratio they gave? 5:2, which is equal to Again, number of questions, correct is 2, incorrect. Correct answer is not given, so I am going to take it as x is 2. How many incorrect are there? 16. So nothing but what? Proportion. Just to try to compare, 2 into x should be equal to 2 into x should be equal to product of extremes 5 is to 16. So as usual, you are going to bring down this 2 to right side. So how many times? 2, 16, 8 times 5 8s are 40. Therefore, in that program 40 correct answers were given and 16 wrong answers were given. So answer for fifth question is 40. So by reading the question, you are going to write this statement correctly, because if you are writing 5 is to 2 and x is to 16 as a equal one, then you can get the correct answer. But if instead of 5 is to 2, if you are writing 2 is to 16, or instead of x is to 16, if you are writing 16 into x, then the entire concept would be wrong. So be careful when you are writing the ratios properly. So correct to incorrect. So correct only should come first. So I am assuming it as x. Then for incorrect, you are going to write the 16 which is given in the question. Okay, we'll go to next question now. Question number 6. Cost of a toffee is 50 paise. Cost of a chocolate is rupees 10. Then the ratio of cost of toffee to the cost of chocolate. So your options are given there. Here we are comparing cost of two things. One is toffee, another one is chocolate. Okay, so 50 paise and rupees 10. So remember, here units are different. We know that when you are comparing two units, they should be same in ratio. So here 50 and 10 we are not going to compare directly, because 50 is given in terms of paise, 10 is given in terms of rupees. So before representing that in terms of ratio, we are going to convert this rupees into paise first. So what is 1 rupees? 1 rupees is how many paise? 1 rupees is 100 paise. Okay, 100 paise. Then how much they gave? 10 rupees. So 10 into 100 is what? 1000 paise. So 10 is to 100 is 1000 paise. Now what they are asking? The ratio of cost of toffee to the cost of chocolate. So toffee should come first. So how much is toffee? 50. So I am going to write it as 50 is to 1000. So this is how we are going to write, because you should not write 50 is to 10. Whenever you are writing ratio, both the units must be same. So 50 is to 1000, we are going to reduce now. So 50 divided by 1000. So after writing this in terms of fraction only, you can reduce this. So 0 0 got cancelled. 5 and 100. I hope you can know how many 5s are there in 100. 20 times. So numerator 1 time. So 1 by 20 is nothing but 1 is to 20. So option C is the correct answer for question number 6. Question number 7. A's money is 2, B's money as 4 is to 3, and B's money is to C's money as 9 is to 5. If A has rupees 7200, C has. It's a very interesting question. So these kind of questions may appear in your competitive exams. So they are given 3 different alphabets. Okay, so A, B, C only. You can consider it as a person also. So A, B, C. A is to B. How much is given? 4 is to 3. Then B is to C is 9 is to 5. Okay, if A has 7200, if A has 7200, how much C has? So this is the question. Okay, I express the question in a simple way. A is to B is 4 is to 3, B is to C is 9 is to 5. If A has 7200, how much C has? This is the question. But before solving this, we must combine these two ratios, because you know that B is the common term between both the ratios. Okay, so for example, if you have one ratio as 2 is to 5 and another ratio as 5 is to 7, then you can easily combine this as 2 is to 5 is to 7. So you can combine these two ratios only when they both are equal. Okay, but in our case we have 4:3 and 9:5. So what I am going to do, I am going to multiply this first ratio with 3. Why? If I am multiplying this ratio with 3 means this would become 9. Obviously these two terms will be equal. So that's the purpose. But when you are multiplying this with 3, both antecedent and consequent should be multiplied with 3. So first ratio A:B can be written as 4 3s are 12:3 3s are 9. Here already 9:5 is given. I hope you understand why I am converting this. When we have these two numbers equal only, we can combine the ratios. So now 12:9:5. So this is the ratio between what? A, B, that is A is, you can write it as A:B:C. Now it's very easy now. If A is 7,200, right? A is 7,200. How much is C? It's very easy. I'll tell you one shortcut method. You just check here. 12 multiply with what number will give you 7,200? 12 multiply with what number will give you 72. How many 12s are 72? 6 times. So 2 zeros are there. 600. So 12 multiply with 600 will give you 7,200, right? In the same way, 5 multiply with 600, what number? You can use this 600 here also, because all these ratios are combined now. I hope you understand. 12 multiply with 600 gives you 7,200. In the same way, 5 into 600 is your answer 3,000. So your answer for 7th question is option B, 3,000. Clear? 8th question. A certain amount was divided between Kavita and Reena in the ratio 4:3. If Reena's share was rupees 2,400, then the amount is, your options are given there. So as usual, you are going to represent this in terms of ratio. So they gave first Kavita's part and then Reena. So I'll just write it as K:R. So the ratio is 4:3. In the same way, first Kavita and then Reena. So Kavita's amount only we are going to find. Okay. Then Reena amount is 2,400. So as usual, I am going to take it as X. So we are going to multiply. So mean and then extremes. So product of means must be equal to product of extremes. So 3 into X is equal to 2,400 into 4, or you can write it as 4 into 2,400 also. So X equal to 2,400 into 4 divided by 3. So I can cancel this. How many times? 8 times. So 800. So 800 into 4. 8 4s are 32. So our answer is simple one, option C, 3,200. So I am repeatedly saying the order of writing the ratio is very important. Kavita is to Reena. So 4:3. Again right side also Kavita is to Reena. Therefore some amount X is to 2,400. We'll go to 9th question now. If dash kg is to 2000 gram equal to 140 is to 280, then, so here we are comparing the units of weight with the amount. Clear? 2, 3, 4, 1 is your options. So it's a simple one. I can write it as X here, but here they give kg, here they give 2000 gram. So I am going to write this in terms of X is to 2, okay, because together I will write this as kg. 2000 gram is nothing but what? 2 is equal to 140 is to 280. So as usual you are going to multiply the means and extremes. So what you will get? X into 280 is equal to 2 into 140. So X is equal to, you can write in either way, that is product of means equal to extremes or extremes equal to means, based upon where you have X. Okay, maximum try to have your X on the left side of equation. So 2 into 140, I am doing the sums which are based upon almost the same methods. Okay, how you are understanding is very important. Now just cancel the numbers, 0 0. I hope you understood why this 280 comes to denominator. When this is in terms of product, when it moves to the right side of the equation, it will be divided. Now we can cancel numbers. 2, 28 how many times? 14 times. Already 0, 0 got cancelled. Now 14, 14 also got cancelled. So when all the numbers got cancelled, what would be your answer? 1 is your answer. Don't write 0. Okay. Therefore, the answer for 9th question is option D, 1. So 1 kilogram is to 2000 kilogram is nothing but what? 140 is to 280. So without using this method, I'll tell you one shortcut method how to find this by just looking the question itself. Okay, you just try to compare 140 and 280. 140 and 280 is exactly nothing but 2 times. Okay, 140 and 280 is exactly nothing but 2 times. Now tell me what number multiply with 2 to get 2000. What number multiply with 2 to get 2000? 1000. So 1000 into 2 is 2000. So 1000 gram. So 1000 gram is nothing but 1 kilogram. So without using this method, by looking the question also you can try to solve it. Clear? We'll go to last question. Question number 10. If 36 tiles are required in filling 3 rooms, then how many tiles will require in filling 9 rooms? So here we are comparing tiles is to rooms. Tiles is to rooms. So 36 tiles requires for 3 rooms. Then how many tiles? So x is to 9 rooms. So in the same method you can try 3 into x is equal to 9 is to 36. So multiply the product of means and extremes. 9 is to 36 divided by 3. So I can cancel 3 and 9. How many times? 3 times. So 3 into 36, just multiply 36 into 3, multiply and comment your answer in the comment box. So as usual, with this 10th question I'll wind up this class, children. That's all with this video, children. In next part we will solve more problems. If you like this video, please hit like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever I am posting new videos. Don't miss any concepts. Keep watching. Thank you. Bye bye.